The Strand Theater opening its doors nearly 100 years ago here in Shreveport. And since then, the city has not been the same. Here's Rick Rowe tonight with tonight's 70th anniversary story.
Hard to believe she is 100 years old. The beautiful Strand Theater, what a treasure for the Arklatex folks. But guess what? There was a time when we almost lost her. But we didn't, and in some measure, because one man said, we cannot lose this great lady.
And this is Jim Montgomery's, he was the voice that said, ladies and gentlemen, the Strand. And the lights came fully on, and they started the show.
No one would love it the way he did.
He came to the final movie that was here, and he said that we just can't let them tear this place down. So he went to Virginia Sheehy, who agreed, and they got together, and then Judd Took, who was a local attorney, joined their trio.
It was 1976, and the Strand was on life support.
At some point, I was told there were lily pads growing in here, in the house. There's so much groundwater.
It would take 7 years and $9.5 million to bring the old girl back to what she once was. This is what it sounded like on that July afternoon in 1925, when the Strand Theater, built by a couple of Shreveport pharmacists, opened its doors. It was vaudeville and silent movies in those days, and this is the very organ that brought them to life.
It was meant to back the music, or to be the music and the sound effects for the silent movies. And rather than have an orchestra play the score, one person could play the background score for the movie.
Then came the talkies, and because it was the first air-conditioned building in Shreveport, people flocked here.
Whether you danced on the stage, with a dance recital, or came to see your grandchildren on the stage, or came to your first date here, I hear the most amazing stories.
If you had a date on a Friday or a Saturday night, you sat on the first 6 or 7 rows. But if you didn't have a date and you went with several of your girlfriends, you sat 6 or 7 rows on the back, because it was all about being seen at the Strand. I even got kissed only once in the Strand by my date. I slapped him. John Wayne came, and he appeared outside at the box office every night. And you talk about big time that was. This Strand belonged to the city. Every person in this city, it was my Strand.
And it still is. Thanks to people with vision and heart, the Strand remains the treasure it has always been.
At opening night, I cried. My heart was pounding. I thought my heart was going to jump out of my mouth. And I looked around, and here were all my friends and their husbands. It was like it was being reborn, because it's been so dear to us.
Jim Montgomery and the hundreds who helped bring her back would be proud. And the Sanger brothers, too.
Oh, I think they'd be thrilled that we're still open, that we're still functioning, that we're still so much the way it was when they dreamed it and made it happen. We're still dreaming it and making it happen.